to Storytime at Home. I'm Miss Robin, and you are seeing the new Atlee branch behind me. Hopefully you've had a chance to come in and actually see the new branch. If not, we would love to see you. We definitely miss seeing you here. So come on down and see us. So today for Storytime at Home, before we get started, we want to thank the authors that we're going to be reading from today. That would be Pat Hutchins and Angela Johnson, and their publishers, Simon & Schuster and Aladdin Paperbacks, for allowing us to read these books to you guys online for story time. Okay, let's get started with our opening song. The more we read together, 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 the more we read together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we read together, the happier we'll be. Read big books and small books and short books and tall books. The more we read together, the happier we'll be. That was fun. Did you like that one? It's a good one. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to our theme, which is wind. And remember that the wind is an important thing this time of the year. You might see it with the fall leaves. But it also is part of the hurricane systems that usually come as well. So wind can be fun and also a little bit crazy, but we're going to try and get a little creative here at the end with wind that you create yourself. So our first book is right here behind me. Hold on. It's called The Wind Blew by Pat Hutchins. This one's a classic, so you might know this one. The wind blew. It took the umbrella from Mr. White and quickly turned it inside out. You ever had that happen to your umbrella? I had that happen once. It was pretty scary at first, and then we all laughed. It snatched the balloon from little Priscilla and swept it up to join the umbrella. And not content, it took a hat, and still not satisfied with that, it whipped a kite into the air, and it kept it spinning round up there. Do you see the kite and the blue balloon? It grabbed a shirt left out to dry and tossed it upward to the sky. Oh my goodness, this poor lady, she's trying to get her shirt back. What do you think's going to happen? It plucked a hanky from a nose, and up and up and up it rose. It lifted the wig from the judge's head and didn't drop it back. Instead, oh my goodness, you see the poor judge? He's without his wig. He looks a little silly without his wig. Probably looks even sillier with it on, though, huh? Instead, it whirled the postman's letters up as if it hadn't done enough. And there's the postman missing his mail. It blew so hard, it quickly stole a striped flag fluttering on a pole. And that's a good indicator of the wind, right? If you've got a flag in front of your house and you see it whipping back and forth. It pulled the new scarves from the twins and tossed them to the other things. Can you see the twins in the picture? They've got red hair, just like Miss Robin. It sent newspapers fluttering around, and then it tired of the things it found. It mixed them up and threw them down. Oh my goodness. And it blew away to the sea. All right, the end. So that's kind of fun. It can show you how silly the wind can be when it picks up stuff and throws it around. Now, there is a song that we'd like to sing with you. It's a nursery rhyme, and it's about the wind, and you might know it. And if not, you can learn it as we sing along, and I will put the words underneath our video for us for you guys to sing along together with your family. So hang on just a second. I'll go ahead and turn that on for us. Okay, we're going to sing our song.
Blow, wind, blow, go, mill, go, that the miller may grind his corn, and the baker may take it into bread make it, bring some loaf in the morn.
One more time, ready?
Blow, wind, blow, and go, mill, go, that the miller may grind his corn, that the baker may take it into bread make it, bring some loaf in the morn.
Okay. Okay, I hope you liked that one. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to read our other book, and this one's quite special. It's called Wind Flyers. And this has a bit of a history behind it. We're going to talk about the Tuskegee Airmen on this one. So here we go. Wind Flyers by Angela Johnson and illustrated by Lauren Young. Great-great-uncle was a wind flyer, a smooth wind flyer, a Tuskegee wind flyer. His whole life, all he ever wanted to do was fly. With his arms flapping, he jumped off the chicken coop when he was only 5. Wow, that's pretty brave. Or maybe silly, huh? Then he jumped off the barn into soft hay when he was 7. Uncle says it's because he'd watched some birds flying that day. When he was 11, he paid 75 cents to go up in a flying barnstormer. That's the barnstormer, the plane. That's what heaven must be, Uncle says to me, with clouds like soft blankets saying, come on in, get warm, stay a while and be a wind flyer too. They flew over the fields, over the lakes, and Uncle just knew if he could get a good grip, those clouds would be his. He cried when he landed because he knew then what it was like to go into the wind, against the wind, beyond the wind. There was magic in the wind back then, he says. When he was a soldier, Uncle became a Tuskegee Airman with his 332nd. He studied hard and flew in the war. The Air Force didn't want us at first. Only 4 squadrons like us, he says, touching his mahogany face. And when his plane left the red Alabama dirt and flew in the air, he hoped it would never come down. He finally became a wind flyer, a smooth wind flyer, a Tuskegee wind flyer, flying high above it all, never to touch the earth again, forever a wind flyer. When I asked him if the war was big, Uncle says they all are, but that's over now. You can see the planes. 'Cause 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 'c were something. Some of us didn't come back, but we never lost a plane we protected. Then Uncle points to the picture of him and the wind flyers. Those smooth wind flyers, those Tuskegee wind flyers, young and brave, brave and young all. Uncle crop dusted some right after the war. That's the only way he could still fly. The only way he could still catch the clouds and feel the wind. He says flying is different now, though. What's a crop duster? Anybody know? Yeah, that's when you take this plane up over the crops, right? And you put things in it that spray out to try and get the bugs off of the food. Faster planes, more people than ever. But Uncle says the clouds still sound the same. He holds my hand and we watch the new wind flyers jet through the clouds. Then, once in a while, he takes me up and we become smooth wind flyers, Tuskegee wind flyers, flying into the wind, against the wind, beyond the wind. The magical wind. The end. What do you think? That was pretty neat, right? It does have a historic element, like I mentioned in the beginning. This is a gentleman who actually flew in World War II. And he's part of the Tuskegee Airmen, which was an all-African-American flying force. So, before we get started, we're going to take a few seconds here and head over to the craft table and show you what you can do with wind of your own. But we're going to sing our closing song first. So let me put this up and we'll get started. Okay, so maybe you know this song. It's to the tune of If You're Happy and You Know It. So we're going to sing. You ready? Miss Jenny's going to help me too. She's here too. So, if you're happy and you know it, read a book.
If you're happy and you know it, read a book. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, read a book.
All right, thanks you guys for coming to Storytime. And we're going to head over to the craft table here and show you something that's fun that you can do at home that involves you, your family, and your personal wind that comes out of your mouth. So hang on a second here. Hi, welcome back. So this is the last segment that we're going to be doing together on wind, and it's a craft that you can do at home. And it's a lot of fun. Now I went and I got some paint. This paint is actually finger paint, so that can be used for all kinds of fun things. But that means it's non-toxic and safe for kiddos to use. So you want to do this with your permission of your parents or your caretaker. You don't want to mess the house up, right? So this is going to be a lot of fun. So basically what I did is I took purple and yellow, but you can take whatever color you like. I squirted some in the cup. Maybe you can see the cup here, hopefully. And then I added a little bit of water just to kind of make it a little bit more thin. And I've got a plastic, just a piece of, believe it or not, a plastic container. It's a lid. And then that way our table's a little bit safer. So I put a piece of paper on here for fun to see how this works. You take a straw and you cut it in half, get some paint on there, and you blow. Yes, it is a little messy, you are right. But this is what it looks like. And that's the yellow spots that I blew on it with my own breath. Then I can take the purple one too and do it. All right, and stir it up. Ooh, wow. Look at that. That's pretty cool. And then another thing you could do is, now that we've got some globs of paint on there, you could take your straw
and blow it and see what happens. Ooh, look at that, it's blending together. Makes a whole new pattern. See, isn't that fun? So you guys could try that at home with whatever colors you like, whatever your favorite colors are. You could also move it around if you wanted to and draw more patterns. Totally up to you. See what you want to do with your own personal blend. All right. I hope you guys had fun story time at home today. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again. Come on down and see us at the new Atlee branch. We all miss seeing you guys. Take care. Bye.